So a pleasant good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching us live from. This is Watanga Conversation, basically with our players and captain, players, captain, coaches, technical staff, administrators as well. But basically, we start on today. We have one of our still player, one of our informal midfielders, back-to-back midfielders. He in person of Sadi, who have had serious experience in the Liberian League, ranging from third division, second division, as well as the first division league. As a matter of fact, just a historicity of him, he once played for BURC 2 in the Orange Second Division League, where he won the Second Division League title. He played for Montserrat County as well, winning the National County Sports Meet. Coach Cooper Sana, the gaffer who is currently his coach at Watanga FC, once coaching at LPRC Orders, which he won the Liberia First Division League. Later on went to see greener pasture there in Bhutan, where he played for one of the teams in Bhutan Premier League. Returning to Liberia, he got signed during the May season of last season, where we became victorious at the end of the season, winning the Orange Fourth Division League. And he's here with us in the CAF preliminary first round Champions League qualifier against MC Orgers here in Orger. We currently reside at the Biadag Hotel. So welcome to Watanga's Conversation, Jerry Amani City.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Balaga. It's a pleasure.
How do you feel like for one of the very first time being live on Watanga platform?
To be honest, I must say I'm grateful, 100% grateful, because such opportunity is something that any player wish for. So I'm grateful, very much grateful.
So firstly, let's start like this. How do you feel like being a part of this great family of Watanga FC?
I feel very, very, very much pleasant being part of the family, most especially the winning team, Watanga FC 2023-2024 Orange League. And to be honest, it's more than an opportunity given to me, because like you just said, win the league with LPRC others, went outside, see how best I can get something better for myself, family, and friends, and coming back under the same coach and winning the championship. Oh God, I'm grateful.
You're grateful being a part of Watanga family. So you got signed last season. Firstly, what are some of these challenges that came across as a player joining Watanga?
For me, I don't want to hold concerning challenges.
When we say challenges, as a player, not basically on the team administration or on the team administrative angle, but as a player, sometimes you come in a new environment, things seems to be difficult for you in terms of adjustment, your playing performance. So how has it been like for you since joining Watanga?
Like I previously said, it wasn't a challenge, or I had no challenge coming within the team and seeing how best I can cope. Because the coach in question we just mentioned, Mr. Cooper, I worked with him when we were at the PRC Others. So almost everything in terms of tactics, in terms of keeping mind focused, in terms of pushing, is something that I have in mind. So coming there, it was just like seeing how best I can push myself more harder, and that's exactly what I did. And if you can recall, joining the team, first game in the second leg, second game I did miss, because at that time I wasn't into everything in terms of document. But upon arrival of document, I pushed harder, and everything just became like the way it went, because he's my coach that I can say for free. So challenges, pushing, whatever, I'm 100% into him. So difficulties with Mr. Cooper, I don't see any, because everything about him I do understand. Even though I do accept and I do know that at times there are some things he will want me to do, I might deviate or I might slack a little bit, but in all, I've always been in accordance to what he wants me to do.
So, Amani, Cherry City, what was some of your best moment, or what is your best moment since joining Watanga last season in the National League?
Winning the championship is one of the best, and that I can recall it was one of the best.
Winning the championship from a general perspective, winning the championship from a general perspective, winning the championship from a general perspective, Jerry, individually, what is your own best performance, or what is your best game since joining Watanga?
Since joining Watanga, almost all the games I've always pushed to the fullest. Like I said, I cannot recall because almost all the games, if you can maybe all the viewers.
So you cannot cite a game where you said to yourself, today I think I was 100%.
All the game, I believe I was 100%.
All the game, believe you 100%.
All the games, I do believe.
So last season you played for Watanga. Who was your best partner in center?
In center, one of the best is Kelvin Bartley. Even though center of the league, he sustained an injury that took him off for a very long time. But he has always been my favorite within the midfield, alongside with Cess, because he's someone very young and very much energetic.
You saw him very young, energetic, Kelvin Barkley. So that move to the attack. You play with so many players in attack since joining the league, team second phase. Can you recall your best players in attack?
Oh yeah, in general, Watanga have great legs. Very, very, very good legs.
Can you get the name of best player?
One of my best is the captain.
The captain.
Facility.
What makes you think he's your best?
Despite experience, he's very intelligent. Very, very much intelligent. That I must grade him for. Very much intelligent.
So that move now, the biggest one, you play the CAF Champions League preliminary first round qualifiers against MC Algiers here in Algiers at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. You got injured late into the second half. You were substituted. What do you make of your team performance? But firstly, how do you see your own individual performance as a player?
Yeah, according to the coach plan, I push and I work hard according to what he wanted me to do, and I was even waiting to do more the second half. But unfortunately, that's a game of soccer. What happened. It was just unforeseen circumstances.
That cut you off.
Yeah.
So let's discuss your team. What do you make of your team performance? You lost 2-0
yeah.
At home, despite playing the two legs.
Despite we lost 2-0, the video or whatever you can classify speaks for itself. We had poor possession in terms of coordination. We push, but that's the game. 3 results, and we were just unfortunate, like I said.
Actually, what you think went wrong?
We're just unfortunate. I cannot specify what went wrong, but we're just unfortunate to lose 2-0. And as we are about to go to the second leg, we believe and of hard optimism that everything's going to be okay come tomorrow.
So you go to the second leg. You have trained for 2 days now since the first leg. How prepared are you as a player?
The injury was something I thought was going to get me off, but bless God for the medics and bless God for the management of Watanga FC, because all necessary things that needed to be done to get me prepared for second leg, it was done. When I got back to the hotel after the game, from that moment upward till now, I can say respect to every one of them, because I'm 100% okay, very much okay.
So should fans count on you for the level of performance or addition to the performance that are displayed?
More than the thought. Whatever they thought about or whatever they had in mind, I expect them or I want them to think more or beyond the line, because I'm going to do more than I did first leg.
Fans were disappointed from the first leg result, heading to the second leg. Why should your fans, your supporters, what should your supporters hope for ahead of the second leg?
Even we, the players, we felt a bit disappointed because what we went for, it wasn't what we got. But despite the result, we are still pushing. Like the coach always say, we are in the learning curve. So whatever happened, had happened. We just have to keep our mind up. And to the fans, to friends, supporters of Watanga FC, we don't want to say we are sorry, because sorry will not just allow all the tension or what we put you through the first leg, which is easy like that. But we want you guys to count on us for tomorrow's match because we believe in ourselves and believe in you guys for the most support, and definitely want to push to the highest.
So lastly, to take leave of you, what's your own final message in a general way?
First of all, I'd like to say thanks to the management of this team, coaching staff, and also to the players. We do appreciate everything. And to the fans in out of Liberia, I want to say thank you for everything. Without you guys, absolutely nothing would have been done. So, excluding the result, we still want you guys to believe in us, count on us, and know that there's nothing impossible. We're going to do all we can to see the badge of Watanga flying very, very high.
So, Amani, I want to take a leave of you quickly. Are you enjoying the DJs here in Algeria?
Oh yeah, it's not a surprise to me because I've been to Togo. I remember my first CAF competition against Asco Dikara. It was a little bit hard. Went to Morocco, playing against Casablanca. It was a little bit hard. Playing against Orlando Pirates. But the ditches is nothing strange, nothing surprise to me, because I always tell people I'm not African.
So can you see a short word to responsibility take a leave of our camera?
Oh yeah, Beto Max, bigger respect to you, because everything being done positively is all because of you. And we promise that the name Beto Max, Watanga going to fly very high. Not just fly hard to the public, but fly hard to the world. We appreciate you guys so much. And we pray and hope that everything that needs to be done through you guys should be done. Despite result, we believe that everything positive and everything possible is going to be done by we the players and also management and coaching staff. You got respect to Beto Max.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot, and I do appreciate the opportunity. Respect, Mr. Bandorkai.
Wow. You're watching Watanga Conversation for the very first time. I stream live on our platform here in Algiers, in Algeria. We first started this broadcast with one of our skilled player. He's in president of Algeria, Man City. So next on will be the gaffer himself, the man who have never been afraid to talk to the media. So Coach Cooper Sana will be our next person on this Watanga Conversation. For the very first time, he's Coach Cooper Sana, always been wanting to be a part of the media interactions. So he have coached several clubs in Liberia, running from Bandorkai FC, BYC, FBIC, others. Now Watanga winning the championship for Watanga FC. He has participated with Watanga 2 times in intercontinental competition, the CAF Confederation Cup qualifier last edition, and now this time around the CAF Champions League qualifier edition first round. He lost first leg to MC Algiers, the champions of Algeria football. He'll be going to the second leg. This breaking news coming in: the match venue has been changed by the Confederation of African Football (CAF) due to bad playing pitch, as the information received here. So, Coach Cooper Sana, welcome to Watanga Conversation.
Thank you very much, Roland.
I see you not so much happy as anticipated during your first leg, where you had a little smile ahead of kickoff, where you lost 2-0 against MC Algiers. But this time around, it seems to be in the opposite.
Yeah, Roland, I think if you were in my shoes, you will also feel the way that I'm feeling, because as a manager who always want to win, to move his club to major or bigger event, and the way in which we lost, I think it was actually a heartbreaking moment. But I still have to stand the test of time as a manager, because I have to leave a good example to make sure, because the broken pieces, that in order to right the wrongs, that we can get a needed result, that people who hire us, or people who follow or who believe in us, can also stand by what they stand by.
But firstly, before we can go strictly to our CAF Champions League conversation, let me ask you this question, Coach Sana. How has it been like for you since joining the Watanga FC family?
I think changing of environment was one thing from the Genesis, but I think when it comes to Liberian football, like you lady primates, we have had the opportunity to be with some of the bigger clubs before coming to Watanga. We won the championship 3 times before coming to Watanga. So coming to Watanga, it was just like moving away from another home to another home. So they take a little time to adapt, which is normal. Adaptation in life is very key. That at times people adapt in shorter time, and while others would take longer time. But I think when I got to Watanga, I saw myself like being a family and a member of Watanga. And in the past 2 seasons now, we went to the tier. I actually have felt at home away from home.
You have felt home away from home, Coach Sana. But let me ask this. What was one of your difficult moments as a coach standing on the line for Watanga FC?
I think one difficult moment was my debut season because the level that I met Watanga, or the stage I met Watanga after winning the league, coming to take Watanga, to take over Watanga job as a champion, which of course I could not reclaim the championship, was a difficult moment in my career in coaching in Liberia that sense, because I met Watanga first place. The only position that I needed to give back to Watanga was first place that I could not do. I think was one of my difficult moments in my coaching career.
One of your difficult moments in your coaching career. So can we speak up the positive? Can you care to tell the audience one of those memorable moments you have had as a coach since joining Watanga?
I think it was a last season because I want to first appreciate the administrators who hired me to steady the affairs of Watanga as a coach, because they have always been willing to listen to me. We have been discussing like a family. They have not thought that because I'm the coach, I got monopoly over knowledge. There are times I will be checkmate with courtesy that we need to look at what I'm recommending, and we go back to the drawing board when we discuss, because I have always fought to protect the interests of the institutions. Sometimes when I feel that what I'm doing is right and in totality is not right, I also seek the advices, and from there we get back. This is the reason why the 23 years I've been coaching, I think one of my most successful season was the gone season. That's why I have won this league unbeaten, and I also won 1 game. I was defeated with 1 game with BYC. I won the championship at the level with Watanga. It was extremely exciting to me as a manager.
Extremely exciting as a manager. You talk about your best season, your worst season. Can you care to tell your worst game as a gaffer for Watanga?
I think it was in the Super Cup against Liska.
Where you lost after Prince Kennedy based on the penalty spot?
Yeah, the final, the FA Cup final against Liska was one of the worst moments.
Oh, the FA Cup final.
The FA Cup final with Liska, when I lost to Liska. Because it was actually a turning point when we got the penalty, 78 minutes, my reference would set me right. And I think it was getting that goal, was giving our lead, because normally, the game of soccer, goal motivates and goal also demotivates. So we were getting motivated from the goal, but the way in which we mismanaged the penalty, it was a complete turning movement. In less than no time, we considered 2 goals.
It was a complete turning moment in less than no time after you lost from Prince Kennedy in this. So can you care to tell us your best game as well?
When you do a reference, I think my best game was against the Liska, my 4th game in the league that I won, and 4-0 in less than 28 minutes.
Where Emmanuel Senior scored a
hat trick. I think it was my best game with Liska since I took over.
So, Coach,
against Liska, right?
So we have discussed a lot on your progress made so far as a coach of Watanga FC. So, Coach, you lost 2-0 in the first leg at home, despite playing on an away soil. Can you care to tell us what actually went wrong as a gaffer?
I think it is normal in a game of football, more especially when you have had a team that you managed for 3 years as a manager, who have played more than 20 to 30 games before a game that you come to lose. There will be no room for escape. You have to take responsibility and accept. But I think we did not make use of our chances that we created, because I had the opportunity to actually look at the video today after we considered the early goal in the 6 minutes, and around 38 minutes, got a penalty against us in the 44 minutes, and the goalkeeper made a save. Before the penalty or before the second goal, we had our own opportunity. We have more than 6 attacks from both left and right side in attack. but I think we were very impatient as a club, and the players within the position at the time were not relaxed to make maximum use of the chances we created. Because if you even look out from the left side more than 2 times with blinds and they have kicked the ball out the space. But I think it's normal in a game of football where our opponent took advantage of 2 chances they had, more especially one because the second goal was a goal-giving opportunity or a goal because it was a missed kick and it went into the net. We consider a goal. But I think we also had our part of the entire game that we did not make use of.
You had your own part of the entire game that you did not make use of as a coach. Was you actually satisfied with your team performance despite making several changes?
Yeah, I'm satisfied, and most especially before going to our next game for the 2 sessions we have had, more especially yesterday. We stay free to maintain the philosophy and the culture of football Watanga currently portray has to do with possession, even if there is constraint in the time of the game. So what we continue to play is what we continue to use as our tools to make sure to turn the points around. So even when we are down, we also make sure to maintain the culture of possession football. Whether we lost, we don't want to change a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me ask you this question, Coach. How prepared is your team ahead of your upcoming match, the second leg against MC Rogers?
Roland, I think we said it time before the number, despite we lost 2-0 in the first leg. We have been optimistic in the level of work we did with this club, and going to our second game, we are optimistic that indeed the game is still open despite we lost 2-0. Like I said, on 180 minutes, we have won 90, but on 90 minutes, we'll be going out. That is considered indirectly the second half of our 2 games. That will show that we can come back to also score 2 goals. There will be other reasons that we can go to extra time or penalty, but we can still qualify to the next one.
Are there any injury concerns ahead of your?
I think for now we are more than happy because what we experienced during the time of the game, the last quarter, 2 of our key players who have been very outstanding were substituted because of injury, and immediately we spoke to the head of the medical team, and we needed an immediate response from them in less than 12 hours from the level of work they did. Yesterday proved that there's a serious boost in our camp. All of our players are in better position, that indeed we can hope that our coming game that we will not have any of our key players out.
What approach you intend to go ahead of the second leg? You started with a 4-3-3 formation. You lost 2-0 at home. You need your 3 goals aggregate to progress to the next stage of the competition. So what plans, tactics are you intend to go with?
We will change our plan based on what we experienced from our last game, because you know that we now have 2 goal deficit. So in order to overcome it, we have to go back to the drawing board. We need to introduce a kind of system that will make us to convert to have movement in front of goal and to make sure to find a goal, because there are about 6 quarters and we are fighting, making sure in the first 3 quarters of the first half to get at least nothing less than 1 or 2 goals.
So based upon that, are you planning to move with defensive or attacking?
In normal, you can't want to win the game and you go for defensive approach. So in response, I think you are there answer the question. If we want to win, we are going to the attack, and we will attack with principles in the 3 department.
So, Coach, we witnessed a game against MC Rogers. Initially, there was this speculation of the player Zokona, who wears jersey number 12. But at the end of the day, there were other unknown players who came to the spotlight and caused a danger for you. So as a gaffer, what are some of those tactics are you putting in place to get rid of your opponent's strength?
But I think it was actually good that we played the first leg and got the kind of result we got, which of course we can say we can overturn the 2 goals. From the video that we saw, the number 12 was the most talk about pressing in our opponent squad. So we emphasize our level of performance, the attitude on and off the ball. But what we said to our players that we need to take it very serious. So when you look at all of his moves, every ball that he got on, there was serious approach against him. And I think I must also respect him. Despite all of what we did, he would still show character. And I think the team is on the overall. The opponent also had a good side because they are not dependent on one person. They had a number 6. They had a lot of good players. But if we want to discuss and just focus on our opponent's strength, it means we divert our entire philosophy and approach to the game. We highlight their strength. We also try to pick up capitalize on that deficiency to also concentrate on our own game approach to see how we can counter it.
The atmosphere of your team away to MC Rogers, where you had thousands of supporters playing against you as well off the pitch, the 12th player. What's the atmosphere actually? Any harm or distraction to your team?
But I think realistically, it was also some of the contributing factors into the kind of approach, the kind of faulty approach we had to the game. Because some of our players have not had the opportunity to play with the kind of crowd, most especially the way in which the crowd were jubilating against us, were chanting against us. And we tried to talk to them, but they are all human. It took them time after 15 minutes before we could consolidate. And you saw after 15 minutes, we tried to pick up the broken pieces. We were not deterred no more because we continued talking to them, do away with them, keep the focus, they try to achieve our objective. And they tried getting along until even the crowd now got frustrated, decided to stone our player because they felt that in return what they expected after all of the attitude they exhibited against us for more than 30 minutes, we could not lose track no more, decided to pull a steal on our players, and we went on. But at the end of the day, we lost. But I think they have adapted now to the atmosphere. They think about inferiority complex is being now considered. They have worked beyond that. I can assure you that would not be anything again that will have to frighten them come our next game.
Before we move to the match officiating, there's just news coming in that your match venue for the second leg have been changed to the Mustafa Stadium there in Belak, just 1 hour plus away from where you currently reside. Do you see it as a positive impact on your progress in the stage?
I think the level that Watanga has reached today in football, playing pitch would not be our serious problem, because if playing pitch would have been a serious problem for us, since I've been taking part into confederation activities as a coach, more than 17 games I have played with various clubs. They going game was the first time I played on the field and my team did not train on. And despite Watanga did not train on the field, you saw that after 15 minutes, before in 15 minutes time, we were able to adapt, to understand, and we still played the Watanga football that we noted for today in Liberia. So changing the venue, we can say it's another positive giveaway to us. We will also go there for sightseeing, even if it doesn't allow us to also practice there. If they allow us, that's a bravo. But I think even seeing the field will be important for us. When we see the field, we map the field, can also give us a better route in terms of our game.
So, Coach, before we conclude this conversation, what do you make of the officiating from your last fixture?
As a manager, I do not want to dwell on the officiating too much, because in our setting, people will not give credence normally when you lost. When you try to make a case, even if you're in the right, people will misinterpret your intention. And I also believe the referees are all human. Sometimes they are things beyond their control, or sometimes their decision can be deliberate. But I think on the overall, the 6 chances that I saw from our game, if we make use of them from the both extreme by relaxing, the story would have been a different story. So there was some point in time there were poor officiating that, which is normal. You saw the penalty against us. You saw one of our players tried to give opportunity to our team, and he was also being denied on 1 or 2 occasions. There were foul and he allowed play on. But I think I don't want to give it much credence to that, because I'm a leader. As soon as I take that approach, and the players will lose concentration. So on the overall, I think they did their best, but we look forward to our next game.
So looking forward to your next game. To conclude this conversation, what should Liberians hope for? What should supporters of Watanga hope for? What should your sponsor hope for?
I think our sponsor believing by this time the level of result and performance we have put up. Even the people in Liberia, that is in Liberia, also believing Watanga level of performance and result we gave last season. And I can assure you, we are still optimistic until the final whistle that we can turn things around, because we have not come here as an underdog. We came here like as a champion. The result from the first leg tells you that it would not be a walk in the park. It was not a walk in the park, because if it were a walk in the park, I think we would have lost 4-5-0. When you follow the history of Liberian club, we have had the opportunity to participate against clubs that are representing Algeria in CAF competition. Liberians playing here have always considered more than 1, 2, 3 goals. But we came here the first leg, we had to go down 2-0, and we are optimistic of the tomorrow's game will be actually a different game as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that was the voice of Coach Cooper Sana in conversation here with us on the Watanga conversation. So many thanks for joining us. Many thanks for following this live broadcast. I'm Roland Bandorkai, the head of communications at Watanga Football Club, and many thanks to our chief photographer Anthony Fire, who have been very grateful in his work, passionate as well. So many thanks to all of our supporters, our sponsor, Back to Mass Liberia, NASCAR Liberia. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being a part of this process. Thanks for being very supportive. Goodbye. Have yourself a wonderful day.